Jockey is a drama film directed by Clint Bentley. This is his debut film before he'd go on to do a lot more interesting work, mainly Sing Sing, which I really enjoyed, and Train Dreams, which I did not enjoy. But Jockey is about an over-the-hill jockey named Jackson. He's got a lot of injuries, and he's trying to go for the glory with one more sort of race. He wants to win a championship with his partner, not partner, like, well, I mean, they are involved, but she's basically like the manager of the horses or whatever, and he's trying to get in there and do one more last hurrah for victory, for glory. However, he bumps into a young man named Gabriel, who's his son, his illegitimate son that he didn't know about. Gabriel's been working the circuits and sort of working the stalls and sort of just not confronting him, but sort of just following in his footsteps. So they finally meet, and he starts to take him under his wing as a protege. However, this movie does have a vibe similar to The Wrestler. It's about like someone who's sort of seasoned and has a lot of like reputation, but their body's not quite there, but they'd like to keep going for the glory. However, they're dealing with a child or a grown-up child that they weren't there with, and the movie's very similar in that regard. The cinematography is really interesting too. It's very close up and hangs close to the people and the subjects, and there's some interesting twists in there too, but mainly we're focused on Jackson's pride and ego, because he would like to have the glory for himself, but also a better chance of winning if he is able to pass the torch to his son, right? I mean, someone who's younger, talented, that he can mold. So the movie really has some interesting themes in there too, and it's very low key. It's not too flashy in terms of the races. It's more about the behind the scenes kind of thing of the jockey's lifestyle versus the flashy races. So there's only like one race shown in the movie, and we're mainly focused on the human side, the sort of physical nature of a sport that people don't really know much about. Like, jockeys are just people that ride horses, but there's a lot more to it if they fall off the horse, or they even have support groups for injured jockeys as well. So Clifton Collins Jr. does a really good job, and the performances are really solid, especially the guy who plays Gabriel. I've seen him in other stuff, but this is definitely a pretty solid underseen drama film. Definitely worth checking out if you want something simple, low-key, interpersonal relationships drama film about a sport that's not really talked about enough. So Jockey's a really interesting watch, and I give it